Third time's a charm, right guys? Anyways, hey boys and girls, it's Dicebag again, and I've got, hopefully, the final prototype for Domain before we can release some alpha decks to the public. Aren't they beautiful? So this is 2 of the 5 decks right here. This is actually my artwork for once that we're showing off here. Always feels a little strange. But, you know, we'll crack into these and see if everything was working out as I hope. Let's see if we can find a good place to tear into these. I wish the packaging was a little bit tighter so it's easier to get into. There we go. Anyways, our first deck here is the Wind and the Rain there. So this one is blue and black, I believe. Ooh, they're looking a little shinier than before. That's a good sign. Okay, well, definitely. We'll have to shuffle these up before I decide if I like the new coating on these. It's a little odd. Not sure how I feel about it. But we'll go through this and see what we got. Oh, we got new art that I didn't remember. You know what? The colors are a little weirder with this new coating. I can tell that. It's like there's a lot more saturation to them because of the coating or something. I don't know that that's a good thing. We might end up not doing any coating at all at this rate. Or we may go back to the old the linen texture here. I'd rather not, just on account of prices there. So this deck, the blue and the black one, you can see there we've got some of our special resource modes, and we'll kind of sort this out. Oh yeah, new artwork for this. I did a little recording of the process through this artwork I did. It'll be, I want to put a little voiceover for it, talking about the lore and stuff, so it's not just completely boring. Yeah, look at that. It seems really dark, like you can't really see what's going on in that picture. That's weird how the coating changes it so much. And then playtest art for that. Let's make some room here. Put these things in frame. And Oracle. And we got some basic units here. Let's move this out of the way too. And Thunderbird there. More Voidlings. Sinkhole. Sanctum. Oracle, Mind Whip, more basics, Djinn, Thunderbirds, Swamp Menace, more Sinkholes, Seaside Sanctuary, and the Research Sanctum. And Oracles again, more basics. Okay. Looks like we got all the right amounts here. 4 of each, except for basics, which you get 16 of. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah. So, of course, we got some new art to go through. Got a licensed piece here. Found that one on the Game Crafter. That, fills out some spots. And of course there's the Voidlings. Yes, they're modeled to look like aliens. That's intentional. And Oracle's not really new, but I don't think I've really shown her off. Oh, maybe I have. So we got some... Oh, and then Thunderbird. That was a finger painting on my phone, but I like it, so I think I'll keep that one. The rest will have been... Well, no, Sinkhole. Sinkhole's another one that's going to stay. It's a little weird looking right now, but we'll see about tweaking that. Anyways, the rest we're going to be replacing eventually. But for the alpha release, this is what you're basically going to see. So I want to do a kind of pre-finished product out there for people who want to get in and try it out early when the game itself is pretty much done, but we're still working on the art and all that. So people can try it out and get their hands on some, you know, kind of early access stuff for a little bit of cred for when the game gets big. Huh, right? But anyways, this is the blue-black deck. What you're going to see is a lot of evasion. We got flying. We got flying here. We got flying here. And then a lot of them are small. The Voidlings are some of the most aggressive ones in the game because they can start attacking territories and destroying them on the second turn on account of their 2 strength here. And then the young Thunderbird comes down a turn later. And Abyssal Gatekeepers is one of your big beefy dudes, but he's got the lightning weakness to kind of balance out his size to his cost ratio. And of course the Voidlings have their little colorless resource mode there, so that prevents you down the line from including them into decks that are just chock full of guys that are that powerful, because you won't be able to play anything if your whole deck is full of colorless resource modes. Then we changed the flavor up on these a little bit. Obviously the art's hasn't caught up to the naming yet, but we've got the Adventurer's Contract. Used to be a Mercenary Contract, but we're going with a little bit different flavor. And the basic unit will be an Adventurer, just to keep the flavor consistent there. Then we've got the Infiltrator, which is a nice little thing to kind of stop your opponent from getting much card advantage. Normally when your territory is destroyed, the card, if it's face down, the card would go back to your hand. This guy prevents that if he destroys the territory. And then Mind Whip, a little bit of card advantage and removal. It's not super good at taking down bigger guys, but you can ping a small dude and get a little bonus out of it with the discard. And the Oracle is just an extra 1-drop, and it lets you set your deck up for the next few turns. Swamp Menace is a guy that can get about as big as you want, so he can take down bigger threats or attack bigger territories. Then we've got Sinkhole, pretty much your standard removal, and it can help take out troublesome territories that are really a thorn in your side. And we've got Seaside Sanctuary, got our little Castle Grayskull throwback there. It just, it's kind of a mid-range type of card, makes your opponents slightly weaker, so they're easier to deal with. And Research Sanctum is our card draw engine for this deck, because of course you're going to need card draw to play a prolonged game. So if you like playing small guys and just picking your opponent off slowly while you control the state of the game, this is your deck. It's basically your typical aggro control style deck. Now you can improve it, of course, with some other cards from other decks, but those will be, well, we'll talk about those in other videos, I suppose. So that's about it. We'll do the other deck in a separate video, I think. This has gone on long enough. So that's about it. Let me know what you think about this. and give me some feedback on Domain. Tell me, does this deck look like it's interesting to you? And I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.